3.5 years ago, I was wondering how on earth I could promote polio. We're tired of raising money for polio, we've got polio fatigue, and I'm being told, get a move on. And I was sitting in a Youth Speaks competition, and it came to me. You don't want to hear from the DG about polio, you've heard it all before. Let's get some of our youngest Youth Speaks speakers to talk to the district. And that's what we did. And today we've got Eva Edgeworth-Anderson with us. She was in that team as well 3.5 years ago. She's spoken to us several times on polio, and I'd like to invite Eva back to tell us where we are. Eva.
Good morning, conference. Good morning. I woke up on my 6th birthday and remember not being able to reach out to the toy soldiers beside my bed. I didn't get to play with them as I was taken to hospital for 3 months. I caught it when swimming with my friends in a pond contaminated with sewage. They caught it too, and some died. What was it this child caught when he was 6 years old? It was polio. The first time I spoke to you about polio eradication was in 2013, when I helped launch the Trewithen Dairy Pint for Change initiative. You then raised £10,000, which was made up to around £30,000 by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The second time we met was at your district assembly last year, and now I am back again to reinforce the message of the hopes of children worldwide, the important task Rotary has of eradicating polio. I know you are another year older, and I do understand that remembering things becomes more difficult. Remember the hand signals I showed you last time. Let's put your memories to the test. I said that you were this close to eliminating polio. I asked you to carry on and close that gap. Okay? Let's do that together. I said you were this close to eliminating polio. I asked you to carry on and close the gap. Okay? I'm speaking to you again because I'm afraid that that gap has not quite been closed. But is it time to give up? There is no doubt that some Rotarians will have lost the will to continue to support End Polio now. After all these years of effort, who can blame them? Rotarians have worked tirelessly since 1985, when Polio Plus aimed to eliminate the disease by the year 2000. So should you say, we have done our best? You have done a fantastic job already. Did you know that across Devon and Cornwall, over £1.3 million has been raised in the last 30 years? Should you say, yes, there is a gap, but it's much smaller, we've done well to reduce it. Since I spoke to you in 2013, the number of recorded cases has dropped from 413 to just 37. Should you say, who can blame us if we stop? Should you say, and will others say, Rotary has been defeated by polio? Or should you say, while there are still children in the world who wake up and are unable to play and reach out with their toys because of this disease, we should not give up? You know you must succeed. You know that polio is a disease that spreads quickly and easily, a disease that can cripple and kill. It is a disease which has affected thousands of children worldwide for at least 6,000 years. There is no treatment for polio other than management once it strikes. The virus has to be totally eliminated to be completely eradicated, and the only way for this to be done is by immunising every child under the age of 15. So how can we motivate people to continue to support End Polio now? We can remind them that in 1988, polio existed in 125 countries, with 350,000 children being affected for life. We could say that since then, more than 10 billion doses of vaccine have been administered to more than 2.5 billion children. We can point out the more than 10 million people are walking today who would otherwise have been paralysed, and over 1 million childhood deaths have been prevented. So, Rotarians, you are to be congratulated on your success. You got the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to work with you. And it is Rotary that has led the way through the Polio Plus and End Polio Now programs. But there is still a gap. It is essential that the gap must be closed completely to succeed in eradicating polio. So what can you do to make sure this happens and the gap is finally closed? I understand 10 Rotary clubs were recognised by Rotary International last night for what they have done recently. The children of the world thank you, and every Rotarian in Devon and Cornwall for what you are doing. Rotarian Roger Byron has within the last few weeks returned from a national immunisation day in India. Roger, please could you tell us briefly what you have been doing?
Hello, yes, I'm Roger Byron from Braunton Kane Rotary. Right at the top, we're nearly in Somerset. Eva just said a lot of what I was going to say, but we went to India, been twice now, 2 years on a roll, actually sort of 11 months between. Polio in India hasn't been gone for many years, but we have to keep immunising them because it's only across the border. As you heard from Eva, it's carried in by feces. The organisation is fantastic. They are so appreciative for it over in India. If you've got the chance to go, there should be one going next year again. If you want to know more, let me know because I'll get told the dates when they come out. It's always January, February time. It just purely depends on the Indian government. But speak to me. You can find me on the database. I'm going.
So we have heard about the importance of the immunisation programme, but are you qualified to put it into practice? Of course not. So what can you do? You can help most by raising funds. The costs connected with fighting this disease continue to rise, and funds are essential if the vaccine is to be administered by qualified health workers. You can help by raising awareness. 235,000 crocus bulbs have already been planted in Cornwall and Devon by 32 different Rotary clubs to raise awareness for the Purple for Polio project. Is your club involved? 31 teddy bears have volunteered to help. So have you taken teddy bears into your local school to raise funds? If your club matches every £1 the school raises with £2, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will transform that amount to £9. Rotarian Jim Henderson and fellow members of the Rotary Club of Penryn are an inspiration to their local Interact Club, who have raised £5,000 for End Polio Now. This morning, Jim would like to present their Interact cheque to District Governor Stephen. I've just been handed this piece of paper which actually says that the sale of crocuses this weekend has raised £116.46. And with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, that amount has been transformed to £349.38. That equals 700 children that can be immunised. So buy a crocus today. Do you remember my introduction? I would like to read it to you again. I woke up on my 6th birthday and remember not being able to reach out to the toy soldiers beside my bed. I couldn't play with them as I was taken to hospital for 3 months. I caught it when I went swimming with friends in a pond contaminated with sewage. They caught it too, and some died. What was it this child caught when he was 6 years old? It's easy to guess the answer to that is polio. But who was this child? That's a more difficult question. The answer is a Rotarian. It was in fact Paul Wyatt from the Rotary Club of Falmouth. So you see, Cornwall and Devon are not immune from the threat of polio in the past and are not immune in the future. Did you know that one of the last cases in the UK occurred just 17 miles from here near Barnstaple, only 20 years ago? The only way to make all children safe, no matter where they live, is to eradicate polio. And to do that, the gap has to be closed completely. When I spoke to you before, you listened, and the gap became less. I really enjoy coming to talk to you, but would prefer if there was no need for me to come again next year. I would be delighted if you were not this close anymore. I would be delighted if you could close the gap completely, okay? Now in 2017, I would like to end by thanking you, as I did before, on behalf of all the young people in the world who have not contracted polio since 1985 because of your efforts. Please do not give up until polio is completely eradicated. Do you remember the hand signals I showed you? Rotary is now this close to eliminating polio. Please continue to close the gap and end polio now, okay?